Welcome to this video technical tutorial for you in order to install and make our package work. The package is called Stereo Mono Video for VR, cardboard, and we're going to follow really simple process that is given by these stages. There will be the first one, create a new project. So go ahead, open your Unity and create a new project from zero. Okay, I mean 0 assets, 0 things in your project. So that's really easy. The second thing will be download the Google VR SDK. So let me just point out that we have downloaded and created the package for the cardboard SDK 0.6. But I know that people don't like it. It's an old version of it, and now we have the Google VR SDK 0.8. So don't worry, we're going to make it work in this tutorial for you. Okay, so to do that, you go ahead and you write Google VR download, you click here, and then you follow the process to download it. Or you can use our description link in the description of this video. Okay, so once you have that, you will have a package file that is Google VR for Unity, for example, and then you click it, you open it, and you will be able to install it in your Unity, and you will have these folders here. Okay, so I done that really fast because it's really easy. So we are going to forget that second point, and we're going to go to download this in movie texture. That is basically the same thing. You go ahead, you find the video texture in your asset store, and then you buy it and you import it. Simple as pie. And then whenever you are importing it, okay, you only have to check if you have already downloaded, or otherwise it's going to just override it. Okay, so we are going to import it, so you can see an important process that's really easy to do. You just have to select the things you want to import, and in this case will be all new. You can see all is new, so you go ahead and you import it. Okay, so let's wait for a second. For a second or some seconds. Okay. The main thing about this movie texture is that it's going to need a special folder that is called the, I will say, the streaming asset folder, in which we're going to add the videos we want to show. Okay, so meanwhile, you can go ahead to our description of the package, and then you will see that we have said you need to download 2 different videos. The example of the mono video, okay, and then we have an example of the stereo video. So those 2 things have to be in your project in order to work. So I'm going just to open them while this thing is loading, and we're going to try to download them at the same time, and then we'll put them in the right folder. Yeah, it's taking a little bit of time, I'm sorry, but it's because I'm using a lot of resources of my computer in order to do the video, to use the Unity at the same time, to download things. So, you know, if I had a better computer, you shouldn't do something like this. So we'll see in the future if I'm able to get a better computer. Let's see how the importing process goes. Okay, more or less. Okay, let's go. Come on. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you go ahead and hit download, and this seems to be also finished, isn't it? Yes. So what I was saying before, check this out. We have the streaming asset folder here at the bottom, and in this folder we're going to add all the videos we want to play in our game or in our application. Okay, so let's see if we can download this video. Okay, so you can see it's a stereo video. It has, because it's composed by two different smaller videos, one on top of the other. And the main objective of this is to render one in one eye and the other one in the another eye. So you go ahead and download these two videos. Okay, the stereo, that is this one here, that is really easy to detect, and the mono, that is really easy also to detect, because it's going to be just a video that is going to occupy the whole screen. Okay, as I'm going to show you right now, if I'm able to open it. These are free videos that are from YouTube, so if you want to add your own videos, you just change the names, okay, of those videos you want to add into mono or stereo video. Okay, so that's all regarding the videos, and I think I've got them on my own package, so I'm going just to take them from there to show you where they have to be. Okay, so you can see it has to be on streaming assets. So you have the mono and the stereo video. So whenever you've got them, download it in your downloading folder. You go ahead, you open your project. In this case was test video player. You go to assets, you go to streaming assets, and you're going to put them there. Okay, you can see that they are there. Okay, these are the two videos that come with the package that are by default. Okay, so now I'm adding mine, our mono video, our stereo video. And whenever this is completed, you go ahead, you open again your Unity, and they should appear here in the streaming assets. Now it's importing small assets, and whenever everything is imported, we'll say OK, and we'll be able to continue with our tutorial. Okay, so the next and last importing process will be to go ahead and download our video mono and stereo. Okay, so to do that, you look for our package in the search square here. In this case, I have already done it, so I'm going just to go forward in this using these arrows, and we're going to import it. Okay, let's see if it's going to work or not. It's going really slow. I'm sorry about it. I didn't want it to go too slow, but I don't know what is happening. Yeah, the video is taking a lot of resources. You can see how the FPS are 5 or 11. So yeah, it's mainly recording video that is going to take my computer to the limits. Okay, so let's see if we'll make it work. I'm going to just go ahead and close some stuff here. This thing here, I'm going to close it, see if things go better after closing this. Well, you have to repeat the same thing but with our package. This thing. So you go ahead and you go to import. Okay, and it will be just waiting again to the process to begin. And just notice that we have some new stuff that we're going to add into our project. Okay, as you can see. So, and regarding this thing here says new, is because the previous package of the cardboard had that that text. Okay, but you can see that there is no override, or there is no override of any kind. So this is just for you to notice. So now we can say that we have achieved these 3 and 4 points. Okay, and finally we'll be in the stage of repairing the small problems of our scripts in case we have them. Okay, so for example, following all of this process, we have just encountered one error. Okay, so as it's one error and it's really easy to fix, let's go ahead and just explain or think with our heads which could be the problem. So I said at the beginning of the video that we had a problem of versions. We had the 0.6 version and the 0.8 version. So in fact, what is going to be the main problem with our imported script is just going to be like a class or a name. We're going just to change one line of code, I believe so. Then we'll see. Okay, but we're going just to change one line of code, and then I will use this situation. Okay, use this script I have created, and I'm going to upload it directly to the asset store for future customers to prevent having this error also when downloading. Okay, so this is going also to help me improve the package. This is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm taking so much time in order to explain you how things work. Okay, so whenever the code editor is open, we'll be able to improve this. Okay, so you can see that here we have something in red, and then we have something in red here, and there is nothing. Yeah, transfer position, whatever the F it is. Okay, so the main problem is rotating around the fact that this CV has a problem, and the problem is that cardboard is not working on this version of Google Cardboard, Google VR. So we have to change cardboard by GVR, that is Google VR. Beware. Oh my gosh, was really difficult to do, and this is going to make things work for the latest version of Google VR. And you can see that this is already fixed, and this is already fixed. So oh my gosh, was 1 minute to make things work. 1 minute. It was just changing this class. So it's just to show you how sometimes the Google guys are going to change one class and things are going to be like, oh my gosh, it's not working. Oh my gosh, I don't know what the heck is going on with this script. But in fact, by just using our heads, we can see that GVR viewer is the name of the class that Cardboard had before. And with that information that is really, really easy to understand and deduce, we're able to improve our scripts and make them work. Oh my gosh, I know. So we're going to open the Unity scene now, and we're just going to hit play and see if at least we don't have any kind of errors. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now I have a second comment that is going to be really, really similar to the first one. So I'm going to open it and I'm going to repeat the same process as I did before. Okay, so you're going to see that it's exactly the same thing. Or not. Or it was just updating. It was just updating, don't worry. It was just updating the code. Now we don't have any errors, so we just changed that part of the code. Okay, nice. So now we go to video player, that is our package. You go to scenes, you open our video scene. Okay, and here things become really interesting. So let me just explain how things are configured here. We have the video sphere and the stereo video panorama, okay, that are game objects that are going to work and called and activate and deactivate accordingly to oh my gosh, I have opened this thing here, accordingly to I will say it today, to the user input. Okay, whenever the user is going to hit one thing or another, okay, regarding this 360 video or 360 stereo video, is going to activate like this, okay, or deactivate this one here. Okay, so that's the main thing. So if you hit play and if you cross your fingers, that I am doing that thing, crossing my fingers right now, you will be able to see and move your head in this small environment with some canvas, and by hitting the 360 video or the 360 stereo video, you will be activating one of these game objects. That's the main idea. Okay, so let me try it. Well, it's creating a clone, but it's the same thing, you know. So now let's just check if everything is going fine. Notice that the video is not going to play here. It's not going to play because we are in the editor mode. You will have to export this package into your own Android device, and then you will be able to test it. So don't be scared if your video is not playing here. Don't be scared, my friend. You have to download it into your application, okay, into your Android device, and then you will be able to test it there. And then if the video is not working, we will have to solve it and we'll have to work it out. But now, okay, in the editor mode, you're going to see a really, really black screen that it's what I'm seeing in my own computer. Okay, so don't worry, don't be scared. So we have tried that first option, and if we hit close, we should go to the main scene, I believe. Okay, and then we have the option of the 360, and you can see that the clone is also created and everything seems to go well. So just to sum up, I'm going to give you the short summary at the end of this video of how things should be done. So we have to follow our process. We have to go to the new project stage. We have to download the Google VR SDK 0.6 if you want things to work at the first time, or 0.8 if you want to modify at the end a little bit the code, you know, a little bit. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge of coding, but you will have to think a little bit with your heads, you know. And with this video, I believe you can see how easy it is to modify it. But nevertheless, I will update. I will update the version of this package. Then you have to go ahead and download this in movie texture because it's going to be used to play the videos. Then you will have finally to download our video package, and finally you will have to repair the scripts, okay, that small errors we have seen. Okay, so finally the last thing I'm going to say about this package, but it's usually the most important thing, is if you don't have exactly the same version you are seeing here, that is 5.3.4, your project is not going to work properly. So please use the same version we are using in this tutorial. Okay, thank you. So if you have any questions, I hope you have liked this video. I have tried to make it a little bit funny because you know, coding and explaining things is difficult, especially for us that we are developers. We are always working on a black screen, so sometimes we get a little bit fed up of programming. Okay, yeah, maybe you can understand. So it's quite difficult to communicate our ideas to you, maybe with a documentation, with a written thing, you know, with a paper. So we're going to try in the future to make these video tutorials for you, for people that do not know how to code. But we want also to show people that maybe with taking a little bit of time, you know, a few seconds, you are able to make it work by learning a little bit of code, and of course having that information we're sharing with you. Okay, so let me finish by saying that we're a group of students passionate by VR, as you can tell by these tutorials, by these videos, by these packages, and we want to thank you for supporting our work, because it's really important for us to share these ideas and this passion with all the world. So thanks very much.